Sister spouses Kody Brown is genuine explanation. Maddie unloaded digital recording? Is Kody Brown the genuine justification for why his little girl, Maddie Brush Brown, unloaded her web recording, the credible society? The sister spouse's star was so eager to share her voice, and she dished a ton. Then, at that point, suddenly, Maddie put out an announcement that she was leaving. All in all, is her dad to fault? Continue to peruse for additional subtleties. Kody earthy-colored genuine explanation. Maddie unloaded digital recording? It's a well-known fact that Kody Brown is alienated from a large number of his kids, mostly the ones he had with the OG3. He faults his exes, Janelle Brown and Christine earthy-colored woolly. To Kody, they meddled and turned his kids against him and his fourth and final spouse, Robin Brown. However, the children point fingers at their dad and his absence of responsibility. He has essentially deserted them and hopes for something else than he will give. One little girl who had no issue cutting ties was Maddie Brown Brush. That is his kid with Janelle, and she lives in North Carolina with her significant other, Caleb, and their 3 youngsters. She is as of now anticipating their 4th youngster and was once near her dad. So close, truth be told, that she named her 2nd youngster after Kody. Sadly, the relationship began to lessen after child number 2, and Maddie went with a choice. Her children have no clue about who her dad is, and won't have him come all through their lives. Kody didn't actually realize Maddie was expecting child number 3, and she was fine with that. Yet, have the tides changed, and has Kody Brown accommodated with Maddie? As per a Reddit string, he was spotted around North Carolina, which made fans keep thinking about whether he was visiting his children. It additionally made them question assuming he and Maddie had accommodated. She had referenced she was associating with those she never figured she would, subsequently why she was moving away from her digital broadcast. Might that individual at some point be Kody? It would appear to be legit. She would need to quit spilling tea to repair the relationship. Continuing on or over it? Did sister spouse's fans accept that Maddie earthy-colored Brush surrendered her digital broadcast to continue on with Kody Brown? Or then again, did they accept that she was done with this and just halted for different reasons? At last, Maddie is pregnant with 3 small kids to really focus on. Leaving the webcast could in all likelihood be associated with that. I exceptionally question Maddie pulled back in the web recording due to Kody. She'd gaffe about him. She's going to have her 4th child, so I'm certain she's centered around that and her other youngsters, in addition to the homestead. Kody was spotted at a Lowe's. Nevertheless, it was a short ways from where Maddie resides. She is likewise known to do a ton of ventures herself, so reasonable doesn't require him. The patriarch of sister spouses, it is more probable she left due to her mixed discussion among fans by marking himself a champion dad in a new online entertainment post. Closed by the subtitle, Kody shared a photograph of himself in a thoughtful posture, apparently depicting strength and versatility as the top of his rambling, complex family. While his statement might have been intended to motivate reverence, the reaction from fans has been a blend of doubt, mockery, and by and large analysis, as many inquire whether his activities line up with his self-broadcasted title. Kody's post, an intense case. In the photograph, Kody is dressed nonchalantly, looking off into the distance with a smart articulation. His subtitle peruses. A hero father remains steadfast for his youngsters, guards their honor, and battles for their future. My job is difficult, yet I embrace it consistently. #fatherhood, #family first, #warrior father. The post seems, by all accounts, to be Kody's endeavor to attest his devotion to his kids and the upsides of family, which have been focal subjects of the Sister Spouses series. Notwithstanding, fans rushed to analyze the post, scrutinizing its truthfulness and bringing up logical inconsistencies in his way of behaving. Fan responses, recognition or analysis? Kody's inscription started broad conversation among Sister Spouses watchers, with feelings to a great extent split. While certain fans protected him, cheering his endeavors to explore the intricacies of a polygamous family, numerous others reprimanded him for what they saw as lip service. Steady fans say, being a dad to so many children can't be simple. Kody merits some recognition for attempting to maintain a reasonable level of control. Regardless of what individuals say, Kody has consistently shown he adores his children in his own particular manner. The photograph shows strength and weakness. Perhaps individuals ought to give him a little room to breathe. Pundits answer. How could Kody call himself a fighter father when he's scarcely present for a portion of his children? A champion dad doesn't play top choices. The manner in which he's dealt with a portion of his more established kids is horrifying. This feels like harm control after all the kickback he's gotten on the show. A past filled with family battles. Kody's case to being a champion dad comes in the midst of progressing strains inside the earthy-colored family. Throughout the long term, Sister Spouses has archived various occasions where Kody's associations with his wives and youngsters have been full of contention. Fans have especially censured him for leaning toward Robyn, his fourth spouse, and her youngsters, while ignoring the requirements of his different wives and their children. Key minutes that challenge Kody's fighter father picture. Stressed associations with more seasoned youngsters. A few of Kody's more seasoned youngsters, especially those from his union with Christine and Janelle, have freely voiced disappointments about their dad's apparent non-attendance or absence of help. Gabriel and Post, Janelle's children, have been vocal about feeling estranged by Kody's choices during the pandemic. Christine's flight. Christine's choice to leave Kody featured profound cracks inside the family. Her transition to Utah with her youngsters was considered by quite a few people to be a departure from a poisonous dynamic, and fans hailed her for focusing on her children over the family's stressed design. The discussion over equivalent treatment. Fans every now and again blame Kody for leaning toward Robyn's youngsters while sidelining his different children. This insight has powered disdain among watchers, a considerable lot of whom contend that a champion dad ought to treat every one of his kids similarly. What does champion dad truly mean? Kody's selection of words, fighter father, has provoked banters about what it really means to epitomize this job. Many fans contend that being a champion dad isn't tied in with making fantastic statements yet about reliably appearing, tuning in, and supporting one's youngsters through various challenges. Characteristics fans accept a hero father ought to have. Balance, treating all kids genuinely, paying little mind to which spouse they come from. Presence, being genuinely and sincerely accessible for all children, particularly during difficult stretches. Modesty, recognizing slip-ups and attempting to further develop connections. Pundits feel that Kody's activities frequently miss the mark here, making his hero father post appear to be withdrawn from the real world. The job of online entertainment. Kody's utilization of virtual entertainment to share his point of view on parenthood has drawn blended responses. A few fans value the understanding into his outlook, while others consider it to be an endeavor to control the story in the midst of developing public examination. Stages like Instagram permit Kody to introduce a cleaned picture of himself, yet for some watchers, talk is cheap. Fan remarks on the post. You can't simply call yourself a fighter father, you need to procure it through your activities. This is exemplary Kody, all discussion, no completion. For what reason doesn't he post more about investing energy with every one of his children rather than simply discussing it? Kody's allies stand up. Notwithstanding the analysis, Kody has a faithful base of allies who trust he's giving a valiant effort under testing conditions. Dealing with a polygamous family with different families is not easy at all, and a few fans feel that Kody's endeavors ought to be perceived, regardless of whether they are more than a little flawed all the time. Steady voices say. Individuals love to loathe on Kody, yet they fail to remember how much obligation he's needed to bear throughout the long term. It's not difficult to decide from an external perspective, however Kody's actually attempting to show up for his children in his own specific manner. Decision, a troublesome figure. Yet again, Kody Brown's fighter father post has featured the polarizing idea of his job inside the sister spouse's family. While certain fans see it as a true statement of his obligation to parenthood, others view it at this point one more illustration of his failure to uphold words with activities. As Sister Spouses keeps on digging into the intricacies of the earthy-colored relational peculiarity, Kody's self-broadcasted title will without a doubt stay a subject of warmed banter among fans. Until further notice, the main inquiry is whether Kody will ascend to live up to the assumptions he set for himself, or on the other hand if his champion dad. However, fans have been humming about a new occurrence where Robin Brown appeared to disparage Janelle Brown, mockingly alluding to her as a rocker. The collaboration, which circulated on the show, immediately turned into an intriguing issue among watchers, large numbers of whom felt Robin's remark was pointlessly cavalier and mirrored a more profound pressure between the two ladies. What was the deal? During a family conversation about family obligations and likely arrangements, Robin purportedly offered a sharp remark about Janelle's free way of life, expressing something with the impact of, "Janelle believes she's such a rocker, heading out in a different direction and doing what she needs." Yet, that doesn't work for everybody. The comment appeared to minimize Janelle's endeavors to declare her freedom and make a life for herself beyond the conventional polygamist structure. Fans quickly got on the pressure in the scene, with Janelle's nonverbal communication demonstrating she was awkward yet deciding not to answer Robin's punch straightforwardly. The episode has since ignited warmed banters about Robin's actual inclinations toward Janelle and her job in the family's continuous battles. The rocker remark, more going on than might be immediately obvious. Robin's remark about Janelle being a rocker may appear to be inconsequential on a superficial level, yet fans accept it uncovers a great deal about their relationship. Throughout the long term, Janelle has been vocal about needing more freedom, especially with regards to her funds and living plans. She has straightforwardly tested Kody's power and focused on her self-improvement, which has procured her the reverence of numerous watchers. Nonetheless, Robin has frequently been viewed as the spouse generally lined up with Kody's conventional perspectives, and her remark about Janelle's way of life appeared to mirror an unobtrusive scorn for Janelle's break from the family's assumptions. Why fans believe Robin's remark was disparaging? Wry tone. Robin's conveyance seemed to be cavalier, subverting Janelle's decisions as opposed to regarding them. Sabotaging autonomy. By taunting Janelle's way of life, Robin seemed to minimize the significance of Janelle's endeavors to cut out her own way. Supporting generalizations. Robin's comment appeared to approach Janelle's freedom as an insubordination instead of a substantial individual choice. Fan responses, separated assessments. As usual, fans took to web-based entertainment to share their considerations on the collaboration. While certain watchers protected Robin, contending that she was essentially communicating disappointment in an unpleasant circumstance, the larger part felt her remark was out of line and characteristic of more profound issues inside the family. Fans reprimanding Robin. Calling Janelle a rocker was so inappropriate. Robin has no clue about how hard Janelle attempts to help herself. Robin generally behaves like she's superior to different spouses. This simply demonstrates it. Assuming anybody's withdrawn from the truth, it's Robin. Janelle's the one in particular who sees things plainly. Fans protecting Robin. Robin's likely recently disappointed. Everybody's managing such a lot of pressure at this moment. She didn't mean it as an affront. Individuals are adding a lot to it. Janelle is flawed, all things considered. Robin's permitted to have her perspectives. Janelle's versatility. Regardless of Robin's remark, Janelle has kept on zeroing in on building a daily existence that works for her. From embracing her well-being process to finding her own monetary steadiness, she has turned into an image of solidarity and freedom for some fans. Janelle's choice to confront Kody and focus on her own prosperity has motivated endless watchers, who consider her to be an encouraging sign in a generally troublesome relational peculiarity. Why fans love Janelle? Common sense. Janelle is known for her straightforward way to deal with life, frequently focusing on rationale over feeling. Autonomy, not at all like a portion of different spouses, Janelle has clarified that she esteems independence and self-improvement. Flexibility, even notwithstanding analysis, Janelle has stayed zeroed in on her objectives and would not allow others to direct her bliss. How this affects the earthy-colored family. The pressure among Robin and Janelle is only one illustration of the developing breaks inside the earthy-colored family. As the relational peculiarities keep on developing, minutes like these feature the difficulties of keeping up with solidarity in a plural marriage. Expected ramifications. Enlarging separation, remarks like Robin's might develop the crack among her and Janelle, making it harder for the family to accommodate. Evolving coalitions, as Janelle turns out to be more autonomous, her relationship with Robin, and potentially Kody, may keep on weakening. Fan insight, minutes like these fuel fan banters about who is really to blame for the family's battles, with many favoring Janelle. Decision, a clash of values. Robin Earthy Colored's remark about Janelle being a rocker may have been an expendable comment, however it has hit home for fans who see it as meaningful of the bigger issues inside the sister spouse's family. While Robin might see Janelle's freedom as a test to the family's customary qualities, Janelle's allies consider it to be an important stage toward individual satisfaction and development. As the Earthy Colored family keeps on exploring their moving elements, one thing is clear: the strain among Robin and Janelle is not even close to settled. Whether they can settle on something worth agreeing on is not yet clear, however for the time being, fans are immovably partitioned on whose side they're on.